Hey yo, listen up, this is a true story. Now, get your pad and a pen. Let's start taking some notes, because school's in session. And hopefully, you will learn a goddamn thing. While William and Chris break SEO down and chop it all up. Okay. Hey yo, so many SEOs, they be hating on me, saying I'm stealing the methods, how can't you see? They bitch, they cry, but they can't believe how much better I am. Yo, looking at my team, Blackhead SEO, haters they scared since I came. Last year I was a nobody, now I be dominated the game. Most wanted, no competition, they going insane. My skills out of this world, owners love my name.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I can get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skill we got.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I go get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got.
Act like you know better, going to heaven, yeah. You good at pretending, lying. You're a goody goody that's offending. Dressing well, laughing in paradise, it's clever, but I'm real, yeah. I'm sitting in my black hoodie, black Timbs on me, now that shit is goody. Getting them Benjis, like Cuba getting them goodies. Yeah, foes, SEOs hate cause I'm standing. I be out here on some strict shit, no sleeping, yeah. Work hard to make it click. Profits on the way, bank got my drip. Walk in a bank, close it down so damn fucking quick, yeah.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God, yeah. I go get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they acting like they forgot the blackhead SEO skills we got,
yeah. I get results, I don't waste no time. That's why my peers hating, yeah. I hear them crying. All of you SEO frauds, get in line. I'ma make you scream cause all of those gigs are mine. I ref, I'm talking to you, you lying little bitch. Fuck you and your crew. How's that mama couch comfy for you? Pathetic little loser, what you gonna do? I'm talking to you, tell me what you gonna fucking do. Focus on becoming like William Jones, SEO. Stop with the bullshit, you suck at your job. Stop hating on me and kiss the ring of the fucking king, bitch, of the fucking king.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I can get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skill we got.
All of my projects they pop, I'm a rep devil of God. I go get in, climbing the top, while haters they flop. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got.
All of my projects they pop, yeah. I'm a rep devil of God, yeah. I go get in, climbing the top. All of my projects they pop, I cannot see you from the top. My haters they act like they forgot the black hat SEO skills we got, yeah.
Everybody say they talk SEO, but you either talk little SEO or big SEO. And you already know which one I do. Ha! Come on! What are they really talking about at the end of the day, man? It's beyond me. Now what we gotta get?
Money, money.
And what it's all about?
Money, money.
And what we living for?
Money, money.
And what we dying for?
Money, money.
Come on, let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it. Yeah, here comes a kid with the black hat. Hold all your bets, here's where the white hat rests. Fucking methods, I'ma step out on my own. About time I retaliate, get away from my throne. Keep the metadata, I'm organic, homegrown. You looking for the goodies, oops, wrong song. I've been holding back on these attacks for so long that I'ma use your IP and probably meet you at your home. Now, let's check the ARPS account and see who really bout it and who just chasing clout. I'm really not the one to do the capping and the faking. If I told you it's a plan, we got a goal, then I'ma make it, yeah. But see, here's what's funny to me. You just an oversized trash can for money to me. You got a pitch so weak, only dummies believe it. Don't gotta prove I'm the truth, you got eyes to see it. Go!
Money, money.
And what it's all about.
Money, money.
And what we living for.
Money, money.
And what we dying for.
Money,
Come on,
money.
let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. I'm the reason that you wanna hold a conference. Shame on my name for some gain, that's nonsense. All you hear is tick, tick, tick. I'm the bombers, blasted targets, and I'm not with the drama. That's gonna take over.
Now put that in a diorama, comma, pause cause I wanna. I don't follow rules when the rules try to stop me, so I put that SEO on go, the top speed. And I bet your clients mad you and not me. Anytime you gotta show results, you in the hot seat. Oh no, why, how is it this happened? That's the main question your customers all be asking. You the type to take a test and try to pass it. I'm the type to think the professor get all the answers. You probably better off if you become a dancer. Now move out my way cause I ain't giving no more chances.
Money, money.
And what it's all about.
Money, money.
And what we living for.
Money, money.
And what we dying for.
Money,
Come on,
money.
let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it go. Let's get it.
That's gonna take over.
Eastern Side Beats.
Presenting your one-stop shop for SEO and virtual assistant services. SEO, GMB, link building, content creation, web design, virtual assistants, and more. Junk Removal SEO experts. The best white label platform for SEOs, agencies, and freelancers.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Yee?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, my brother?
How you
Another
doing?
good day. Another good day. Good. How's everything going?
Things going good, man. I was just checking my email. I had a bunch of people reaching out to me regarding. I dropped another offer. I tried a different pitch, and
Yeah.
sent that out, and getting a lot of responses from it. From just giving away ebook on junk removal leads and stuff. I actually read something that I thought about. It's applicable to what you said, being seen everywhere.
Oh boy.
Remember you talking about, we always talk about being seen everywhere. There's a way in which the guy put it. It's in this book. It's you're probably not gonna, but Daniel G. He's a sales guy. So it's called The Sales Game.
Yeah.
And I just flipped it open and saw it says you can't force someone, because you know how on websites everybody's always using forms and stuff, and gotta have forms everywhere and blah 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 and all that stuff, right? Someone to fill out your forms, but you can control doing a live stream on social media to pique someone's interest. If you can't control if someone is interested in your business right now, but you can control following up consistently with your customers and prospects.
Yeah.
He talks
Another
about
way
that
of-
in the sales book and stuff, but I was like, it's interesting because I've been watching your lives and stuff. And
Yeah. A bunch of
been putting down
just, them constantly seeing you, and it takes about 20 times for them really to, see you, and then all of a sudden, get the net. We got a big one, but just that's just what it takes, and you have to put that constant. I get stuck on that word, constant. Well, when you more and more constant. How'd you say the word?
it's called congruency. Congruency is where you're a lot of times you'll have beliefs that are not, and you have beliefs that I need to do this, but your actions are not congruent.
Yeah.
In other words, you're not putting out the same action as your belief.
Yeah. I
You
kind
do
of
it.
meant another
You
word.
say, for example, I need to go live all the time,
Yeah.
right? And you just don't do it. This is easy.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins, and then my mentor uses it a lot. So it's kind of like one of our
Mhm.
sales reps, Adrian. He said, they're like, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes they'll, because people, you'll go on phone calls, you'll book calls, and people just don't move. They don't take no action. And I say, well, you got to understand it takes 8 touches before someone ever does anything. I have people that have watched me for years
Yeah.
that don't do nothing and then finally make a move. Finally want to start an agency or SEO agency or whatever. And then he had someone he reached out to over 2 months ago, and then they finally signed up. And I
Yeah.
had a guy just an example the other day is same thing. I've been watching you. I've been watching you and
Yeah.
Mr. Yee, y'all calling out all the gurus and stuff. And I like it. I love it. Y'all are stirring up the pot
It
some.
takes
And he said,
it,
I'm gonna be signing up. He
it
just
takes
invested in a lot of, he invested in a new truck and
oh
stuff like
wow.
that. He's just like, I've been watching.
It takes many times for people to watch my reels and watch what I do before they get the the confidence to reach out to me.
Hmm.
And once they reach out to me and I talk to them, they're like they're just like the weight is lifted off their chest. They're like, oh man, you're a down to earth dude. You're a cool dude, and you really I appreciate that. And just yes, yes,
Mr. Yee in the house. Yeah, I think the one, I mean, like if you say something over email, it comes across a certain
hmm
way. No matter what you try. It's like, I'll send stuff and I think I'm being nice as can be. And, like if you had done your research, you would see I'm in the top 3. I'm like, well, obviously I'm reaching out because I have done
yeah,
my
yeah,
research. And then I turn around and have to send screenshots of all this stuff, but it's like I'm just here trying to help
yeah,
you. Um, but then if you go do lives, this is one of the reasons I like about lives. It's like we can go live across thousands of people instantaneously, and then they can go back and rewatch it and kind of get to know
yeah.
you. Like if you're going live like you are on your phone on a consistent basis, and they get to know you versus what someone says
hmm
about you, or what they think about you, or what they think about everybody in your
Yeah.
industry. You know, like in SEO industry, everybody thinks they're all a bunch of snake oil salesmen. And for the most part, they're right. To be honest, they
Well,
are.
the more the more people see us, the more people hear us, the more people we build that trust. And we only do this for one reason. We don't do this to just slither our way into your life. We do this to show you guys we're not bullshitting. We're not trying to manipulate your bank account. We are trying to offer you a quality control service that actually brings
Yeah,
profit and bigger margins to your business, and for a very affordable price.
yeah.
hmm
Say Timo. Yeah, so Timo reached out to me the other day, and then we got on a phone call and dealt with that. So
Yeah.
he's got a whole new team
Well,
now.
yeah,
Put it that
sometimes
way.
you got to clean house. Sometimes you got to, okay,
Yep.
let's, what I mean. But the only way to make things happen is if you have a situation, you got to communicate. And when we communicate, everybody comes on the same page, and we all resolve the situation. You grow. You actually get better. It actually empowers you even more.
Yeah, I mean, iron sharpens iron. Get around people that know what they're talking
hmm
about and can improve you. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I try not to be the smartest person in the room all the time, and just I listen a lot. I listen more than I talk, and I talk a
Yeah,
lot, but I listen more than I talk, especially when I'm around clients. That's just it. The power of listening.
it's like I like listening and observing. Even my mentor MJ, I remember when we did Digital Impact the first time in Surrey, and you're thinking, for instance, he's going to speak and then he'll probably leave. I mean, imagine this guy gets paid like he turned down a $60,000 paycheck to come speak at our event. And you think he'll leave right after he's done speaking? Right now, he sat down, he has his notepad, he's sitting there taking notes about everybody talking about website design, CRO, and stuff that has nothing to do with, you know, what you think he does. But he's sitting there taking notes and implementing, like, you know, lightning speed fast. So, and I do the same thing. Usually I'm sitting there taking notes whenever someone's speaking. I might catch one thing that someone says. They might not say a whole lot outside of that, but that one thing may change your life or may change your business. So
yeah, I listen a lot and take in. I watch a lot of social media. I watch a lot of people's reels. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I take in so many different little pieces and put it into my recipe and see what works and see how I can use that to benefit me and to make my recipe more delicious. You know.
So I'll go back to Mr. Timo. So this is prime example. So prime example, I'm always learning. I learned something from you. So one of the things I learned from him, Timo kept coming to the team, was like, I want you to do lead generation on Yelp. And I'm like, dude, there's no such thing as lead generation on Yelp. But what are you trying to accomplish? And he kept telling me he's talking to Mr. Yee. I'm like, he's not doing lead generation on Yelp. What are you? I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking lead generation, like, you know, the same thing we do, go out, find clients, message them, that sort of thing. Or what some people will do, like they do on Yellow Pages and Yelp and other things, and it's worthless unless you're doing 1 million plus or more, is they scrape the data, which is, it's effective. You can use it, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Unless you're just doing a huge email blast and it's like throwing spaghetti on the wall and you just try to grab one thing. But I told Timo, now I have another guy based off of what I learned from you. Even I go, when I'm doing an SEO audit anymore, it's totally changed. Like I literally have thumbnails ready to do this called Yelp SEO, Facebook SEO, Instagram SEO, everything SEO. I do everything SEO. I don't do Google SEO. I'm thinking about changing it. I'll term that thing, say it came from Mr. Yee. It's called everything SEO. But when you're doing an audit now, I go and look and say, what's on page one? Not who's on page one, what's on page one. Like, okay, generally speaking, in most cities, it is not a bunch of websites like typical business owner websites. It is generally directories like Yelp, BBB, Better Business Bureau. Then I started going, holy crap. I said, okay, I can run ads on Yelp. And then that's what I told Timo. I said, actually, what he's doing is running ads because it's cheaper. And then, so now I actually giving people advice on using it. It's like, if I have my choice between Google ads or Yelp ads, I'm choosing Yelp ads because Yelp ads are cheaper. And on top of it, you said it. And then number 3, it just makes more sense because if you have a Google ad, you know, what happens is, let me check that out real quick, Vincent. But what happens is, if you go to the actual, let's say, you know, you're doing a Google search for any term whatsoever that you're thinking about, right? What happens is you'll see Yelp up there, right? And then you'll see Google. One shows review count, one does not. So who are you going to, generally a client's going to look at more is going to actually be the person with the review count. Why do most people like Google? It's because it's got the review count, but ads don't have the review count. People don't trust ads. But Yelp comes across when it says top 10, let's say, junk removal companies in California or in Sacramento or wherever, it doesn't come across as, hey, it's an ad. You don't even know it until you get there. Vincent, it's actually, it's the YouTube is actually on my channel, not on Mr. Yee's channel, I don't think, unless he's got you tied up into there. So you can watch it on my channel if you want.
Is this being live streamed too on Facebook?
Justin,
Is this being live streamed too on Facebook?
Justin, 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 Oh, I live
Yeah.
stream on Facebook,
So you
Instagram,
guys can see
everywhere.
it everywhere on Facebook, on Facebook and
Yeah.
YouTube right here. So again, everywhere.
So everything
Mhm.
SEO. Hey, Brian. So yeah, we just signed up Brian to Curbside Property Services. Hey,
Yes,
brother.
yes.
And
Welcome to the
then
team.
Justin Johnson, 2 ears, 1 mouth, use accordingly. That is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. I think, you know, people who are willing to get down with the Yelp and willing to give that a chance, it definitely takes time. You have to build up. You also have to build up a algorithm with Yelp, and therefore you're giving them your trust and time, but they're sticking to you on top of that Google research, search. So a lot of people are still
Yes.
using Yelp to this day so much for, you know, how to let's see the reviews on Yelp. Let's see this, that. They go to Google for, you know, for the directions, for where's it at, the map quest. But then they go to Yelp. Let's see how many reviews and let's see the photos. Because a lot of people are still old school, and you know, there's still a lot of people who do use Yelp, and it's right underneath, right, and then you're in that category.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, you might be in a certain your generation that you may be reaching out to, or in your city may vary. They may not use Google. They may not whatsoever. They may still be freaking Yellow Pages. You know, they may be still old school newspaper magazine. That's why I tell people all the time, it depends on your area. I may tell you not to do SEO.
Yeah.
Which I know some people are like, that's crazy. You know, but I'm not the guy that's going to tell you to do only SEO either. I generally say, no, you need to do a holistic approach, which is generally, why do I give every single one of them social media management? Right? Is because you need to be seen everywhere. Build a brand. I'm not looking after hacks and tactics and strategies, you know, which is what most people teach. Is they teach, well, this is a new hack or strategy I got to move the needle. That's the problem, is everybody's going after these strategies or hacks and stuff instead of going, how can I build my brand? How can I build my business? And then if you think of it from that way, and I wanted everybody to see me everywhere, you know, through my branding and how they see my brand voice, and it changes the way you do things. So,
and you know, it just gives so many people, you know, I think a lot of people should be, you know, doing it a little bit organic themselves, to, you know, to learn how themselves and how to do these things. And then when you get a little bit more into it, you can reach out to, you know, the experts and the pros to, you know, you have a budget to help you out with. And that's just, you know, that's just it, you know. But far as like, you know, buying somebody's course and, you know, doing this, is just, there's a lot of people selling you these false courses. There's these gurus who are selling you. I don't even call them gurus, because they're not gurus. I can't learn anything from somebody who's not getting their hands dirty. That's just it. If you're talking about
there's snake oil salesmen, if that, or
yeah,
charlatans is what we used to call them.
you know, trying
You
to stay
know,
relevant.
I'm not going to go to someone. I'm not going to go to someone and say, "Hey, I want to start a junk removal business." Right? Business for that matter, but specifically in this case, junk removal. Built one in the past, and now is currently not building one. Now is not currently managing teams and doing anything like that. But they used to manage teams. They used to do that. Maybe they worked at the biggest place ever, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, or freaking, you know, Junk King. Maybe they did that. That's amazing. Congratulations. But, you know, what are you doing today? Do you manage a huge 200, 100, 200, 300, 400 team today? No. Well, maybe you learned some lessons back then, but I can tell you today, like today's generation, a lot of that is not even applicable, because like today's generation will quit on your ass like this, even if you offer them more money.
Yeah.
Do you have a good culture? How do you build a culture? Well, I can tell you, you know, it starts with, like, you don't getting your hands dirty and them seeing you care, you know, but a lot of these people out there do exactly that.
you have to get with the times, and you know what I mean. That's just part of it. A lot of people are just killing social media, and there's so many people out there now. There's a so-called guru now, or whatever he calls himself, just shitting on social media and calling people certain words. That they're killing the game. No, they're reinventing it. They're reinventing it and showing you guys where the attention is at. And it may not be for a lot of, paying clients, but they're showing you that, junk removal is changing. The face of junk removal is changing. It is so diverse now from, from the Manila to the Bay Area. You know what I mean? It's just so diverse of what social media is doing, and
I think
people
I
are
know
doing
what
on,
you're talking about.
TikToks and
So,
Instagram.
for example, you'll hear this one a lot. Well, my ideal client is not on Instagram.
Yeah.
My ideal client is not on TikTok. Okay. Well, number one, then most people that are on Instagram are women, and over 80-something% of them buy off of Instagram. That's number one. Number two, let's say TikTok is not your generation. Okay, correct. It's not your generation. It's not for your ideal client. But guess who is on that? Kids. Guess what most adults and company owners have? Kids. Guess what? Whenever they see, oh, daddy and mommy needs junk removal, and they hear you say it, they're going to say, oh, I saw that crazy Mr. Yee up on my TikTok, daddy. You may want to call him.
Yeah.
So that's generally how people buy, is through hearing what someone else heard someone say or saw with their eyes. Hey, you're looking for a really good junk removal person. Yeah, I saw this person and they did an amazing job, and they get posted online. Next thing you know, you got, your kids are sitting there telling you, and you're going up and looking it up. And if you don't believe it matters, then why would Google put it in your social profile section in your Google Maps listing?
Yeah, I got a estimate today. Wife see me on social media, sent it to her husband. Husband called me in, and 1-800 got junk was there before me. And I'm the smaller business. I'm not a franchise. I can adjust my prices to accommodate this job. And because at the end of the day, this job can get you referrals. This job can be a lifetime client. This job can tell so many other people about you. And sometimes, you know what I mean? It's not about the biggest profit that you made from the business, because there could be a job that came in later that day that was that bigger profit. But now this client always has somebody to call or say, I got a guy. That's what it's about. And you are the smaller business. You better be adjusting your prices right now, especially with the slowdown coming in. You better know how to adjust your prices and not try to walk in like a franchise, because you're not the franchise. You may look like the franchise with the truck, with the polo shirts and all this type of stuff, but hey, you know what I mean? You are the small business, and you gotta, you know what I mean? Every different community we go into low income communities. We go into big money communities, gated communities, golf courses. You know when to adjust your prices, and you better. And that's just, you know what I mean? The truth. You know what I mean?
I'm so tired of seeing stupid courses. I just open up my Facebook to go comment on stuff, and what's someone for everything? Releasing my secret course. Get over it.
Yeah, a lot of.
I'm so tired.
Well, it's when someone's releasing a course, they're funneling you to you don't see the bigger picture, but I see the bigger picture. They're funneling you because they're reeling you in for a certain amount of money. You get this, but they really want you to get this, and you're reeled in from them offering you. You get this training, you get this, you get this, you get this, but you really don't, because that shit.
I mean, there most of them do that, but like, for instance, I'll tell you, like my my mentor, he has several courses, he has several things that you could get in, right? But what's different about him that I've seen is, he actually cares. He actually has been through a lot of the crap. He is not, one of these guys that talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk. He gives a lot of free like free course, not free courses, but free talks and free consults and free, just helping people out and that sort of thing. And a lot of these guys, they'll just be showing, oh, look at these results that I got on my TikTok, or look at these results I got with SEO. And they don't ever try to help you. They don't ever go live trying to show you any of it. And then they say, I'm going to work on my secret course or whatever. And the next thing you know, they're dropping some damn course for $1,000 or whatever. Then your stupid ass is done went and bought it, you know, because you think you need their secret hack, which they haven't even shown you anything. They haven't shown you how to do anything. They've given you zero value. They're just showing you, giving you enough of a whiff of results or what you think is a screenshot to say, hey, I think I need that secret hack. It's going to solve my problem, like some miracle weight loss diet pill.
Yeah. Well, they're giving you a cookie cutter of everything that they have been doing for the same time. And, you know, it's different times now. What happened 2 years ago is not relevant to what's happening now in junk removal, because junk removal, it is one of the biggest house call services right now. That's why it costs so much money on Google to get leads, and it's number one right now. You know?
Yeah. I had someone ask me the other day, is like, why did you get in junk removal? I said, go to Google Trends and do a search. You'll see why.
No doubt. And you know what I mean? It's just, you know, junk removal is so easy. Junk removal, you know, a donkey can do it. A caveman can do it. Junk removal is so easy. And, you know, just, you know, it all starts with having a goal to build a brand. You know, create it, have the confidence, have the look, and be authentic. And, you know, things will happen. Doors will open for you. Then when you're ready to, you know, take it to the next level and scale your business, then you start thinking about SEO. Then you start thinking about, man, I need to fix, maybe I need to add some stuff to my website. Maybe I need a better website, because I needed a better website. I needed help. I thought I knew everything on my website, this, that, but that wasn't the case. I thought I ranked. That wasn't the case. And I'm not afraid to admit it. That's why I work with Rank Fortress. And, you know, I hooked up with William to get me to that level. I do want to scale. I do want to, you know, my phone to be ringing. I do want to be dominant. But, you know, there's so much work out here, especially in California, Southern California, Northern California. That big company, or that guy who thinks he has dump trucks, he thinks he has this, he thinks he has that, he's just trying to look like a big shot. He can't be everywhere at one time. I don't care if he has 5 dump trucks. He cannot be everywhere at one time. And that client, that go-to client from Google or Yelp, they want that action now. That's why they called you. I need you to be here now. And that's how I get a lot of my clients, because the call to action, I need that now. What's happening? Some guy just bailed on me.
And I think a lot of people think, you know, they just need to go ahead and go all in on SEO. And that's where I would agree with some people I have heard. And I tell them, say, you don't need to. If you're just starting out, you don't need necessarily be on WordPress. Just get started. Most people, perfection is it's like the death sentence, if you will, of someone actually taking action. They want the perfect logo, the perfect website, the perfect everything, and then therefore they don't do anything, and therefore they're never seen. Then they wind up not being successful, whereas all you got to do is get started. And maybe as you grow, there are certain things you as a business owner can do for free. You don't need to pay an SEO. You don't need to pay someone to do Google ads or none of that crap. You can do like the Yelp thing. I mean, I'm going to be showing people how to set up Yelp ads and all that stuff. Google ads.
You go on Thumbtack, you go on Home Advisor.
Yes.
These people do everything for you. You just got to put up the money. And in certain areas, I know in the East Coast, Thumbtack works really good. I'm talking about really good, and I'm sure it works good on you.
Yeah, there's some places you will never see Thumbtack. Then other sides you'll see it consistently. As I said, if you just go Google the term you're trying to, like junk removal near me, see who's on page 1. If it's Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Thumbtack, who is it? Trustpilot? Well, who is it? You know, and then go advertise on those and start using those channels and getting leads on those channels. And then once you have the money, then you can invest it back into your company or into self-development or into new equipment, like that one guy that I just talked to this week. He just bought a brand new truck and some other stuff.
Yeah, or junk removal. let junk removal be a door opener for you to other businesses. There's so many other home services that you can do that, you know what I mean, that you can start that costs a lot less money for leads, for ads on Google or Yelp, because they're not, you know what I mean, they're not high demand right now like junk removal is. There's so many other home services that you can do. Like, you know, I tell people, save your money, you know what I mean? And when you have opportunity, you know, real estate. You know what I'm saying? That's just Northern California out here. There's, you know, I was in a house the other day. This guy was an investor. I went to give an estimate. He was like, okay, well, how much for all the junk in here? And then how much for all the demo? I want all the walls to be a skeleton. How much for all that? How much for all that? I'm like, man, that's so you have to, you know, there's so many other doors that can open for you because of junk removal. So you have to, you know what I mean? If you have one of those opportunities, you need to jump on it, because, you know, how many of us want to dig underneath attics and dig through rat shit for 18 years? I don't. You know, I don't. You know what I mean? I'm trying to fire myself already. And get off the truck and have my team just on you know, autopilot and focused and just on go mode. You know what I mean? Not the CRM, but, you know, just on go mode. You know what I mean? And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there are things a lot of people will say, okay, so they'll look at us, you got 80 something people, you got the CRM, you got the Google ads, you got everything done, right? We just got the CRM like a week ago. We just started doing it because it's not a matter, well, should I have done it sooner? Yeah, I should have. I've been using Go High Level before that, but not to the capacity we started using it now. Everything
It's the takeover. It's the takeover, and it's like, you know, we're not in reinventing the wheel. We're just making it easier for you guys and affordable. And, you know, Rank Fortress is always here for everybody, and that's just how it is. It's just, you know, boom bam. You know, it's I think that's why a lot of gurus in the junk removal business right now are so offended, because junk removal is full of egos. And that's just it. You can see it every day on their reels, on how they post. It's egos. But egos are not going to get you more clients. Building that brand, being professional, being authentic, and not listening to these Looney Tunes who, you know what I mean, are selling you a course, or say come to this big exhibit we're having, and, you know, let everybody try to sell you something, and you know, you have to, it's like walking through the Tijuana airport. Everybody's trying to sell you something, this, this. I'm done with it, man. I'm you know what I mean? I see right through it. You know, my vision is crystal clear. Get your money.
Yeah, I mean, I had someone ask me just straight point blank the other day, so why am I not going? And I just told him, I said, because I actually wanted to go and
hang on, William, hang on. You're not going to the Junk Expo? Can you tell us why?
So I told him, the guy asked me, he said, I'll meet you there. And I just told him, I said, I'm not going. And the reason why I'm not going is I was told that I could not give away free websites, free month of SEO to anyone that was signing up in August. And for me, my whole point, a lot of people go, well, you're only giving away free website, free month of SEO because you want more clients. That's true. But the thing is, who else is giving you away a free damn website and free month of SEO just to show you that, A, I'm not like every other SEO. I'm not here for your money. I don't need your damn money. I don't want your money. I'm not going to try to sell you. I have people that want me to sell them. Tell me why I should use you. You're the one not on Google. Here's my results. I'm not going to sell you. If you want it, get it. If you don't, fuck off. It don't matter. Go to somebody else. But I'm here to help business owners, and I'm not going to spend, like I said, just a plane ticket alone was going to be like $8,000, because I travel business or first.
So,
and then whenever you come on going over there for nothing.
So William, somebody's giving away a brand new dump trailer, absolutely free at the Junk Expo, but they get to talk and be a speaker.
Mm, mm.
and was part of something that was a Titanic. You know?
Yeah, and it goes, for example, it is what do they call it? It's when it's a conflict of interest because I'm an SEO and another speaker's an SEO. Well, what that person don't know is that person actually was an old student of mine.
Oh,
So,
mhm.
there are things it's like, for me, my thing is on top of it is then take every one of their clients and put them in a sheet and then say, are they ranking? And then look at their things they're not ranking. It's like, I'm literally going, just help the people. Now, if they do good job, great, awesome. They're ranking, amazing, great. But it shouldn't be a conflict of interest should not be this person's trying to help other business owners.
So basically,
That's not a conflict of interest. That might be a conflict of your
yeah.
interest because the reality is it's not about helping people. It's about making that money. Whereas ours is going, just help people.
Well, I do believe that some of the biggest gurus always talk about there's so many different brands at the supermarket when you're going to go down the bread aisle and you see so many different brands.
Correct.
You see so many different brands of bread, but does that retail store say no? I only can have one. I only can have one brand of. I only can have one brand of bread here. I can't have these other brands of bread. Wouldn't that be kind of like selfish, or like kind of like, why wouldn't you want people to have options? Options.
Yeah, and then I told you the other day, I said, then on top of it, after I made that decision and said that, then I was removed from the group. Not only was I removed from the group, all of my team was removed.
So you were blocked from certain people's groups.
And so, yeah. So the thing is, it's like the only thing I'm doing in the groups is literally going live with Mr. Yee and myself and telling everybody how to actually do SEO for themselves without even having to do it, or doing free SEO audits. And I tell people all the time, anybody is welcome, any SEO, anybody, non-SEO, anybody, any Google Ads person, go give away free audits, Google account audits, social media audits, SEO audits, help people. But no one does it because they know it takes time and they got to invest time into you and helping you. This is one of the reasons why one of the number one things my mentor told me is never take advice from people that do not have an invested interest in your success. Like, why would I want to work with an SEO? If I'm a business owner, why would I want to work with an SEO whose only interest is taking that money from you? That's their only interest. They have no guarantee. They just keep taking your money for 6 months, 12 months, whatever. Get no guarantee, nothing. You're not ever going to get nothing back. But then, there's no give and take. There's no transaction except on one side. So, but with us, you go, if you don't succeed, I'm investing in you and going, I'm literally putting backlinks and stuff that I don't even tell you is in the package to get you ranked if you're not. And if you don't get ranked, I pause it and work on it for free, i.e. I put my own money into it, or I refund you. So I'm actually investing. I have an invested interest in your success, because if I don't, I have to give you your money back or I got to work for free. So I actually have an invested interest of why you need to succeed, versus, hey, you're just going to pay me for 12 months and it ain't going to matter. Hey, Mr. Cisco. And the thing is, it's the same in every industry. Snakes don't like being called snakes. Gurus don't like being called. None of these people are actually, down the real. I told people all the time, I know 2 real people at that damn conference, and one ain't speaking and one is.
It's like going to the swap meet, or it's like going to a flea market. Everybody's selling the same shit, but they're all welcome. They all have the same booth. They all have they have the same booths next to each other. And but it's on you as a consumer who you want to put your money into. but you should have an option. You shouldn't have to be funneled into. You're being funneled into something. It's like you're being forced into something. But it's up to you to be brainwashed, or what I mean, even listen to some jabronis who, what I mean,
Jabroni.
I,
I've heard that term in a long time. That's old
yeah,
WWE term.
Do you
Jabroni.
smell what I'm cooking? And it's just this is the yee. This is me. This is REAL. REAL.
Mr. Brian, so you just got onboarded and you submitted a question, and my team is literally asking me about it right now. You are in the process of updating your business name from Curbside Junk Removal to Curbside Property Services, and you need our help. I would ask you, okay, you have the domain name you provided is the old one, which is Curbside Junk Removal, but the domain name you're going to be using is going to be called Curbside Property Services, is not currently published, right? It's a different website. You change your business name. You're in the process of going live with it. The old name, and you got a new website coming up. So I would honestly, my opinion would be, number one, wait till that new website is live, because what's going to happen, if we take the current website, we're going to wind up doing a bunch of SEO, doing a bunch of backlinks, and then we're going to redo everything all over again when you go to do your new website, right? That's the problem number one. Problem number two is you're going to screw up your Google trust signals. Google trust signals and brand signals are like this. I have this business name, which means I'm going to have to edit and change all the citations. So the citation service alone, which is not me making a penny, is $300. Okay, that's me literally telling you where to go, and you do it for, you have them do it, and they'll do it for you in regards to citations. The whole process with the citations, I think Paul did it, was like 45 days, 50 days, something like that. As far as the actual SEO aspect of it, I would tell you wait till the website's live. So if you can message me directly on Facebook, and I know it's confusing sometimes, but my Facebook profile has the white background with just me in it, and my sales team actually has me and them in it. Okay. That way you can tell the difference of who you're speaking to at the time. So sales reps can actually handle stuff. They're usually up during your daytime. I'm up during generally speaking, up 24/7 most of the time. I didn't go to sleep till almost 5 a.m. last night. So
and
Justin said, showing your age.
Yes. But he's in the right direction, messing with the right team, and you get direct access. And that's just what you get when you mess with Rank Fortress, is that you get all this opportunity. And we go live, we're here. You know what I mean?
Most teams, like you had said this before, most teams, you want to ask that question, Brian, if you were one of these other guys, and they're just going to do whatever you ask.
They're going to take your money.
They're not going to tell you why it was wrong. They're not going to give you advice on not doing it, because here's the thing: they have no consequences when it screws stuff up.
Or they're charging you for something. We're giving you this. We're giving you this. We're giving you this, right? But they're really trying to make you buy this. And
there's something called data axle. I mean, think of it this way: when you have Brian, when you think of this, let's say I wanted to buy a house, right? I need a credit score. And the credit score, you have a couple of people, FICO and all these different people that report your credit score. Your credit score is simply a trust factor. How much can the banks trust you? Some people can't trust you at all. They just can't do it. They're never going to give you nothing.
I know some junk.
Google's the same way, right? So they use Data Axle, and a couple of people, they are the ones that take your business information, name, address, phone number, website, all that stuff, and propagate it across the entire internet. And whenever you have, let's just say, instead of spelling out Boulevard, you change it to BLVD or you add in suite or any of that, it needs to be consistent or congruent, you know. And that's the problem when you're trying to change things. And like one of the reasons I told people was like, can I rank in service area based business? Yes, I have a bunch of them that we got in the top 3 in a big area. However, the average person's not going to be able to do it because you got rid of one of your biggest brand factors and trust signals, which is your address. You know, for instance, Bing won't even allow you to put your listing on Bing local without an actual address. If you're a service area based business, you can't even be on Bing. Okay,
I learned that the hard way, changing my address. I wasn't verified for 1 year, and I learned that the hard way. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think Brian's actually, he's with one of these other SEO guys. I forget the name, but he was with one and he switched over with us. I just had another one. He actually got a VA team. He was with someone else too, someone I know, and he just came over to us as well this past week.
So William, what do you think about when these gurus or these so-called SEO experts, they can't guarantee you?
They're not an expert. If I was to say, and you'll see this a lot in any industry, not just junk removal, it's also an SEO, but let's just say like an SEO, you'll have them go, hey, I just picked up this, you know, locksmith company or garage or roofer company. And what should I do to get them ranked? It's like step 1, don't be trying to get SEO clients, you know, learn it on your own. Same thing in junk removal. If I was to say to Mr. Yee, hey, Mr. Yee, I got a house that's 700 square foot. It's got like 2 bedrooms in it, a living room, small kitchen. I need the whole thing, you know, dumped out. And here's some pictures. And he'd probably charge me, you know, whatever, a couple of $1,000, something like that. He would know. He would know how long it would take. He would know he could do it. He wouldn't be going into a group saying, hey, guys, I have this job. Here's the pictures. How much should I charge?
Yeah.
That's okay. And I tell people all the time, I'm not telling you don't do that, but admit you are just starting out in business and you are an amateur. You're not a pro. A pro, why I can look at a GeoGrid, I can look at your online presence, I can look at your brand and say, this is how long it will take me to rank you. I guarantee I get you ranked. Okay. Is because, for instance, I do hundreds of audits a week. And the audits, you know, I do those and therefore I have a lot of data. You know how like short circuits that need more
Johnny
input.
5.
Well, more input I get. Yeah, more input. Johnny 5. Every bit of input you get, I now go, okay, well, according to all this data I have, this is the problem. Like, according to the data I have, like I have one, it doesn't matter if you're on Duda. Okay, you're correct in some sense. I can get anybody, even on a Duda site, I can get you in the top 3. I've done it for several people. However, it is harder. And then on top of it, I know for a fact that Duda has all of their websites on one IP address, one server, and Google hates that. Okay, I know another top SEO that would tell you the same thing. And I just so happenly mentioned to him, and he confirmed everything I said. So it doesn't really matter about that. And a lot of people, well, if you're doing SEO and you do, let's say, for example, you do high DA backlinks, let's say, you know, Forbes magazine, USA Today, any of these guys, well, that's fine. That's cool. Those backlinks cost you anywhere from $100 to $5,000. And I can tell you most blue collar workers do not want to invest that in a backlink. They could go buy a truck. Okay, or go invest in their actual business, something they can actually physically touch and see versus, hey, here's this backlink in the air, you know, that they don't even know what the hell it is most of the time. So,
or what about,
hey, Victor just joined the team
sir,
too, brother.
my Southern California brother, and he's he's a he's a prodigy of of a course, going through a course, and learning, and he's been through some trials and errors, and he can surely tell a lot of people you can do this without all the courses and all this stuff. But what's up, Vic, baby? What about when someone says these gurus and these experts say, I cracked the code of Google, I can do it. What do you think about that?
So Brian, just say that again.
What do you think about when someone, clickbait, and they say, I cracked the code on Google, I can get you this, or I know how to do this?
They're scamming. They're scamming you. I just said straight up, they're
Mhm.
scamming you. If they're using clickbait, they're scamming you. It's just straight up. I'm like, it's in marketing, it's called a bait and switch. It's actually unethical and it's fraud. If you actually took them to court, you can get them for fraud. Okay, bait and switch is what they're doing. Hey, I'm going to give you this one thing, at this price, but then I'm going to give you this other thing that's a little bit different, but it costs me less money to give it to you. It's a bait and switch. So that's my opinion. But all right. I'm gonna get back to Brian real quick. So Brian he PM'd me. So Brian, you have a meeting with the team in 20 minutes. You can't afford to create your new domain name page. Had to find blah blah blah. He got financed, by the way, because we do offer financing as well.
Rank Fortresses deals with all types of credit. So all you have to do is reach out to them. And my brother loves to help. He probably gives more than he receives. So I'm trying to tell you guys, you know what I mean?
Give me one second. Give me one second.
Oh yeah. And
I have another. They're writing me on Facebook. So yeah, you have a meeting with the team. Should you wait and have your team create the new website and then switch over Google so it all matches? Yes. So I would have them. What I'll do is I'm going to go direct the team, and I'm going to. So Brian, if you can, maybe cancel that appointment. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct them. I'm going to send you a new intake form. So the web design product that you have in the back end, you need to fill that out with all the new information. Once you have all the new information in there, fill that out. We'll rebuild the website with all the new information. Then once that's ready, before we even go live, the next thing I'm going to give you is the data aggregators. The data aggregators is what you need, which is going to be $300 to clean everything up with the new names. So for instance, another thing most people don't understand, data aggregators or the data house is what controls. So for example, when Google goes, well, your business name doesn't match this, we're not going to change it. Well, the reason why they don't change it is it doesn't match with the credit base, if you will, or the database says is your business name or your business address or your business phone number. So you don't just go straight into Google and edit shit. You actually need to go to the data house first, submit everything. And then once you do that, then when you go to do the edit, Google goes, yep, it's right. So I'm going to send that over to you as soon as I'm done with this. So to me, I would cancel your call. Let me reach out to them and I'll talk to them and I'll personally tell them and give them directions. Because literally they told me, said, we don't want to do anything, sir, without you telling us exactly what to do. And he just said, yeah, I'll cancel the meeting and work on this all tomorrow. Great. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what I would personally do. So, hey, Matt just signed up too. Junk by Tuck. He's in the house. He's down in Florida. So appreciate you, brother. And I have that game plan for you as well, which will involve Yelp and Google Ads as well. Because he was
see now people are starting to catch on. Now people are starting to be seen everywhere you want to be seen. And that first page, when you're linked to that Yelp and you're in that top 10, it just gives you more trust, gives you more authenticity when people see it. And that's what that's what you have.
if someone's to take your name, Junk by Tuck or whatever, and they go Google it, and you have a couple of spots on page one, that means you don't have a brand. But if they go Google you and you dominate page one and you dominate multiple pages, then they go, oh, you got a brand. They know they can trust you, and they know you've been around a long time. You're not some fly by night company. You know, so that's generally why you want to be seen everywhere too.
Is he a newer business that just got into it, or now he's ready to scale his business?
He's a newer business. He actually used to work for another big franchise.
Okay, then he has the experience. Then he knows how to be in front of clients, and have the confidence, and he knows what he has to do when he gets in there, because that is so much a benefit for you when you are work from other businesses that are kind of in this type of industry.
I love it, Brian. 2026 is going to be our recovery year, and we're going to start burning shit down.
Hey,
just need the right people behind me.
Even if it burns down, they still got to have somebody clean it up. So you know what I'm saying? If you burn it, you'd be surprised. That's just it. We got North.
That's what we like doing too, Brian, is like we'll get you ranked in one area, and then generally speaking, I like to say, okay, what's the next city you had in mind? What's the next city you got in mind? It's just like I had someone the other day, though. It's like, I got to tell you, if I can't come into your city, I had someone literally go laugh about this one, mad at me, mad because I didn't give them something for free, bro, free. And I told him, said, I will still give you a free website, even though I cannot do your SEO because you are in Petaluma, where Mr. Forget About's at. And I told him, I said, I can't do it because I got a paying client there. But if he just so happily not becomes a non-paying client, then I'll have an.
So that's the good thing is,
and the guy is mad.
Well, that's the good thing is that everybody who wants to be part of the team and get on and get help, and you can't do it, you can still be on a waiting list, and you just never know. You just never know. Maybe you might get a message from William one day and say, "Hey, that area is open now.
Yep.
Better take advantage."
Yeah, we have a waiting list, and we have all the cities and everything. I literally have in our CRM every single city, every park. So I look at that like before I even get on a call with someone, I look to see if we even have someone in your current city. And then maybe if I do, I can do it in another city. Is there another city nearby that you're trying to dominate? So we like to do multiple cities, especially, Brian, when people want to do that. It's like, how big is your dream? Like I can tell you, Mr. Yee don't want to be driving around all over the damn place. So he don't want to be driving an hour away. He don't want to drive 40 minutes away. But there are other people who would be like, I want to have multiple locations. I want a 10 truck, 20 truck, whatever. Love it. Will help.
Yeah, everybody's scale is different. Everybody's goals are different.
Yeah, Matt, we don't have that. You were the first one down in Central Florida. I had one other person that wanted to do it, and then he was a lot of yappity yap and how amazing he is, and then he got his city's being currently taken over. It's in Florida, but not near you. So you're the same way. It's the same thing. I tell people all the times, I feel sorry for anybody in the current city but like, I had another person running their mouth about me up near Kentucky and Illinois. And I'm like, we dominate Chicago.
Yeah. That's some good junk removal. That's some good junk removal over there. Illinois real estate. There's a lot of people moving out there, especially in Arizona. There's a lot of people moving out to Arizona right now. It's a lot of junk money out there. A lot of junk money out there. Especially if you guys got some money.
Yeah, right. I was telling someone the other day, and they were like, there's always going to be, if you will, junk. So people have to remove it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, there's always going to be junk. I mean, it's like people are going to always need plumbers. They're going to always need, those different things. It's not a matter of I only need, there's some things you're not always going to need. Overall, you're going to always need junk removal. You're always going to need a dentist. You're always going to need these sort of things. But so that's why it's a good niche. I understand why people get involved. They get involved in it because it's quick. I mean, the same reason. Why do people? Just for example, why do most people get involved in SEO? even though they shouldn't, in my opinion, is because there's no degree, there's no accreditation, there's no one verifying you know what you do.
Yeah.
And it's easy money.
Mm-hmm.
Junk removal. Is there an accreditation to become a junk removal person? You just know how to pick up shit, basically, and tolerate it, and have the truck, and have the grit, if you will, and the know-how, and the want to. That's all it really takes. I mean, in some cities you have, if you will, things you gotta abide by, but there's no accrediting person. There's no click you got to get into.
Well, the more you put your time into this, the more you learn the different trades of it, of what it takes, of what it takes to have clients open their wallet and trust you. And once they build that trust, when you learn the language of junk removal, now you look more professional. You look like you know what you're talking about. That's what it takes, not the way you pull up in that truck or trailer, because they don't care. They just want it gone. They just want it gone. You know what I mean? So you don't have to pull up in that $100,000 dump truck. You don't got to do this. All you got to do is come in there with that confidence and hit them with that Kimball Price slice price. You know what I'm talking about?
Say, Jeff lives in Manila, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's taught me a lot. He's been doing marketing for like 50-something years, a long time. He's forgotten more than I would ever even begin to know.
If I come
test and measure.
If I come to the Manila, I'm gonna have to don't get an Airbnb. I'm gonna have to get an apartment. I'm gonna have to get AC. I'm gonna have to get running water. I'm gonna buy my own scooter. I'm not gonna rent one. It looks like I already lived there. Huh? It looks like I've already been there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rent my scooter. I'm gonna buy my scooter.
Funner in the Philippines, as they say. So. Test and measure if you want to grow, says the business guru, because his business is the business gurus. Learn how to expand with joint ventures, because he works with franchises. So he's really big into franchises, which is something that I've been getting into as of late.
You know what? Speaking on that, hang on. Speaking of that, there's a franchise out here. It's Junk Shot. There's a franchise out here, and I give them nothing but love. Every time I see them, they're my Facebook buddy. They watch my reels, and every time I see them at the landfill, I salute them. I've even stopped them and give them one of my Mr. Yee stickers. And it's just nothing but love. And if they called me and said, "Hey, I need to can you help us? Are you available to help us out?"
There are a lot of these guys too. Let's say Mr. Yee's a smaller guy, right? And let's say you have a franchise and you're like, well, I don't want to mess with them. Well, you're losing money, because you don't understand. A lot of these franchises don't want the small jobs, and they'll have someone, if they have a JV or someone that they can refer stuff to, they'll refer you the small jobs. You just got to actually make a connection and a relationship with them. Sometimes it's not with the owner. Sometimes it's just with the drivers.
I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen to me where they couldn't be at a certain job at a certain location, and they already postponed it twice. Now they had no choice. So they reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, I seen your YouTubes. I seen you. You know what I mean? I can dig it. And guess what? I'm the owner of this franchise right here. But you got time to go do this quick pickup over there?" And I said, "Absolutely." He said, "Don't worry about it, bro. I'm gonna refer it. Don't worry, just go handle it." And I went out there, and they were like, "Hey, I thought so and so was going to be here." And I said, "No, they referred us. Here's his name." He's like, "Oh yeah, he's the owner of that franchise." And I got that job, and it was.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Even in, if you will, even in SEO, people go, for instance, they go, hey, let's say I don't do SEO, but I do Google Ads. Well, the reason why you want to work with people that only do Google Ads is obviously, if they're doing Google Ads but they're not doing SEO, they make a great partner, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to send all the work over to you. That's what they're going to wind up doing. They're not going to, if you will, try to hoard it all to themselves. The best thing you can ever do is not try to hoard it all to yourself. And a lot of people, they just get so greedy and think I got to take all the damn work. And that's not the case at all. Just sit there and, help other people, and it's beneficial for you. They know they can trust you, and they'll continue to send more work to you.
Yeah,
So,
well, unfortunately, we have people like that out here, and it's just nothing but avalanche in the making. And you're gonna have they're gonna have to learn that lesson. You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
yeah. Brian, yes, at the top is collaboration, not competition. So Brian, me neither. We're in 4 counties and had customers spread across 9. Actually, we go up to an hour away if the money is right. Less travel time would be nice, though. Generally speaking, let's say, and the reason why you want to cover multiple cities, let's say if you're getting 100 calls a month and you want 200. Idealistically, you're going to need to cover more area or offer more services
and have a bigger team and have bigger trucks and have bigger payments. So you better be ready for that. You better be ready when you ask William and say, "Hey, William, I want another location. I want us to expand." You better be ready for that, because you know what I mean. You ask for it.
With junk, where there's the muck, there's luck. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like, what's the lotus flower? It blooms in the mud.
Yes, sir.
The muddy water. It does not have a pristine environment where everybody loves it. North Bay Junk Removal. What's up, brother? I already got him. I mean, all these people, we got them all in top 3.
And hang on. Where's North Bay? Where's North Bay out of over there?
Where are you in North Bay? I mean, I tell you, it's in North Bay. I know it's called North Bay.
I think he's in Sonoma County. He's in Sonoma County over there, tearing it up.
I would love it, bro. If you're in Sonoma,
tearing it up.
I'm telling you, because Mr. Yee, because once the website goes live with him and anybody in Sonoma, we can partner that shit up, because I'm gonna take over. There ain't gonna be no more quote unquote Sonoma. We're gonna be a new Sonoma strong. I'll tell you that way.
Well, he might be the new to-go guy, and that's just it. He's already tearing it up. He's got. Make sure you guys go visit North Bay Junk Removal. He's on Instagram, TikTok. He's tearing it up. He throws out a lot of reels, and he's witnessing the magic right now. And it is.
Tom, say, I'm sorry if I don't know. I just got too many damn people up in California. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. California's like everybody. And I have to tell people, nope, sorry, I can't do that. Nope, I literally have to go. I mean, if I tell you, it'd be like driving directions, and I have to check all of y'all to make sure, see what areas y'all are in and everything, just to be able to take someone up. Because sometimes if it's closer than an hour, I'm not taking you.
A lot of people here.
Brian's a dude. My wife and I cleaned up behind our commercial accounts dumpsters on Valentine's Day. Had a $3,000 on the books before noon. They want to pay. We're in. By the way, that was 2 full dumpsters.
Okay,
awesome.
You know what I mean?
What's up, Triple G? We just went live with Triple G's new website too, because we're taking all these people off of fucking Duda.
See, so it's just the website game right now. I'm trying to tell you guys, man.
That's what we're talking about. North Bay Junk King, the owner of Junk King, has given me multiple jobs.
And that's because he's networking with the right people. The right people in your area might say, hey, there's plenty of money out here for us. There's no competition. They're lying to your face. Trust me.
Hit me up, North
Bay. There he is, Sonoma County. He's out there tearing it up. So, there's a lot of smaller business out there in Sonoma County tearing it up. And that's why, and that's living proof right there. What I tell you guys, junk removal is changing. The faces of junk removal is changing.
That's right. We don't have competition. We just have people in the same business. And that, I mean, you're talking about the gurus and stuff on Instagram and stuff being all pissy and, all that sort of thing. Because egos, the thing is, I would tell you, yeah, it's ego, but it's also snakes don't be like, being caught. People getting their hand caught in the cookie jar. And then when they get called out for it, then they have problems, if you will. So Triple G is in the house, brother. Yep, that's right. So yeah, this is Adrian. He's one of our sales reps. You have Adrian, we got EC, my son Isaiah, and then Gel Ray, All of them are part of my sales reps, and then my daughter Serafina as well. So new profiles. It has my name on a couple of them, but then the rest of them have actual Adrian EC and stuff of that nature, Serafina. So if anyone ever reaches out to you, know that it is me. Just verify it. So, but any
There's a
more
lot of
questions,
people.
guys? But yeah, just drop any questions you got.
You guys drop your questions. If you want to audit, reach out to us, and that's just what it's about. But there's a lot of people out here, clickbaiting on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and they're calling they're trying to get you guys to do bogus stuff, and it's just, if they're not getting their hands dirty, you shouldn't even realizing them. If they're
Yeah, I mean,
telling
it's the
you,
same. It's the same in the same essence, like with junk removal. Listen to people that actually do it on a day to day. It's like if you are selling SEO, there's a difference between someone that sells SEO and someone that actually will show you how to do the stuff, or actually does it live, or does it walk over the shoulder. There's only two people I know does it walk over his shoulder, and it's me and another guy that speaks at my conference, Chris Palmer, was Chris Palmer Marketing. There's the only two people I know do it over the shoulder. No one else does it over the shoulder. They do all this stuff.
and
Yappity yap
sometimes
yap yap.
sometimes you're doing a good job when people block you and
Oh yeah.
people take you out of a group. You're doing something right because you hit a vein. You
I
hit a
laugh
vein.
because people will kick you. When they kick me out, it's like, you think I actually need you? I have three. I literally have an email list of over 200,000. Okay,
Mhm.
not
And
really
I
care
saw.
about it. But Chris came with us. Chris literally came with us. So he's one of these clients. Is I tell people, I say, now don't be thinking you going to jump on board. I got another client right now. He's out in Denver, and he's like, I guess he wanted to jump on board, and as soon as he gets on board, immediately rank. And that's just not the case if you don't have all the pieces. Chris had all the pieces, but he didn't have it connected. And then when
Yeah.
we came in and we go bloop, 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 and connect the dots with everything, and then put it all together and tell Google here and give it the perfect image. He just 21 by 21, 10-mile radius. He literally messaged me the other day. He's like, listen, I'm literally ranking in, I'm going to pull the message up. He said, I'm ranking in, what is it? I'm the top. Here we go. Yeah,
Can we
go.
show his?
He goes, I'm ranking.
Can we show his all his green? Can we?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. He don't
Yeah.
ever
You know what I
care
mean? He's
usually.
kind of in the same boat that I
Um,
was in. I just needed it to connect. And once I reached out and once I connected with William, oh man, you know what I mean? That's just what I need. And that's why I put the stamp of approval on Rank Fortress. That this is where you want to spend your money. This is where you get your bang for your buck.
so he hit me up, for example, says, I'm going, what do I get? I said, I'll DM you in the morning. And before I could even DM in the morning, he's like, I'm ranked number 1 in 4 cities around me, number 2 in another one, number 3 in the other. And I said, boom. I said, ready to pay for the rest of the year. And he signed up for 1 year of SEO.
Boom.
And then I sent him the balance. And then I told him, said, I haven't been able to sleep. He's like, sleep, what's that? Some invoice. And then I sent him all these rankings. Like, he's actually, most people say, well, am I ranking in, for instance, furniture removal, not just junk removal? Am I ranking for appliance removal? And I told Chris, you can ask him, I said, to be honest, I don't even run tracking reports for that, because the whole reason I go after the niche, i.e. junk removal services, is once you dominate that niche, you dominate it all. Yeah. So just for instance, this is junk removal. Top 3. This is in a 21 by 21 or 10-mile radius. And then let's go to the next one. The next one is this one.
And a 10-mile radius, that's a half an hour travel.
Yeah. And that's the same. This is hot tub removal. Top 3 in a 10-mile radius. Then you got the next one. I mean, because I said, normally, Chris, I don't run all these reports because they cost me money, but just for you, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna run it. Garage cleanouts top 3 in a 10-mile radius.
That's a lot of green. That's a lot of green.
We like the money, money, money. Top 3 for the term junk removal. Junk removal near me. I mean, every term you can possibly think of. Pretty much he's ranking for it. So, and I tell people, so unfortunately, you know, for some people, it is what it is. It's not something, you know, if you waited, and that's why junk removal near me are in the top 2 in a 10-mile radius, which is a half an hour drive.
And
depending on what part of the city you're in.
That's probably one of the most common keywords, junk removal near me. And look at that. Look at those green. Look at that green. Yeah. I be man, my phone would be going off all the time. I don't know what to do. I need another crew. But
yeah, top 2, top 3 for dumpster rentals. Because I had people ask me, "Hey, do you do dumpster rental?" Oh yeah, I just got someone else's email list, and there's about 800 dumpster rental companies on another SaaS system. Dumpster rental, top 2 once again, not rentals.
We don't
this one right.
We don't let them trailers sit. We want them to be rented out. We we want them 24/7 out on the road.
Furniture removal, like I show everybody everything. Top 6, but pretty
working
soon,
on it. But I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Not a lot of people are looking up furniture removal. They're looking up junk removal. Then they ask you, "Do you take furniture?" Absolutely, absolutely. You know what I mean?
And so he asked me, says, "So what do you attack next?" I said, "Axe, span out more. Let's effing go. It's flooded out here with new guys. Let's bury them so they never get off the ground." I said, "Keep calm. It's going like Donkey Kong."
That's execute order 66 right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a Death Star.
We do a lot of it. So, and it's like I don't necessarily like SEO, but the part I do like about it is coming into a city and taking over the entire thing. That part I do like.
But there's going to be haulers in that area who have their regulars, right? But sometimes they still can't be everywhere at one time. It's just like a realtor. A realtor is going to work with anybody who's available at their time, even though they have a regular.
Yeah.
But they need this to be done now, and their guy's not available. They're going to reach out to the next person. That's just it.
I'll tell you what I did. So, for example, earlier today, or yesterday, before I went to sleep at like 5 a.m., I sent a email out to a guy and just said, "Hey, by the way, pretty much, I noticed you're using a certain SEO guru in the junk removal space, but you're not ranking in Google Maps top 3. Here's the deal. I'll give you a free SEO evaluation. Most people charge about anywhere from $200 to about $1,000 for that. And to make sure you get some real traction, I'll even free toss in a press release and give you some high authority backlinks, no strings attached, just pure value, free of charge. Simply reply back, and I'll give you the game plan and the press release." So all I'm trying to do is say, "Hey, what do you need?" And he replied back. He said, "What do you need to get started?" So that's all I'm doing. And how can I help?
That's marketing. You're doing your job. That's marketing. You know what I mean? A lot of people may throw sticks and stones and throw rocks and throw your name out there, but they learned the hard way.
Yeah,
they learned the hard way that you got to watch what you say these days, because it can come back and you never know. You could be getting a knock on the door, and hey, you know what I mean? I would just calm down now. I would just calm down. I would just calm it down now and just be nice, because negativity gets you nowhere in the world.
That's all I'm saying. It's all right. It's all right. Just you could go ahead and fire your team and outsource to me.
Yeah,
let a real SEO take care of it.
It's never too late. It's never too late, and maybe I'm trying to tell you, I think the gates are going to be flooded in November. I think the gates are going to be flooded in November. I think November is just going to be like, I want something different. I've been with this. I've been with this certain SEO so-called expert. I'm done with this.
See you, Brian.
You know,
Get some rest, brother. I know what you mean. Like today's my
Thank you
long
for-
day.
thank
Today
you
I
for
think
coming on,
I
Brian.
just could not sleep, and then I'll leave here at 3, and I spend the rest of the day with my mentor till about 1 a.m. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's always a pleasure being around him. So
it's just part of the business. You know, we dedicate our lives and we put this content out there for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know what we sacrifice to get in front of these cameras and do what we do. And you know, even my wife a lot of time tells me, you know, you put a lot of time in putting that content out, and you know what I mean. You know, but it's just what I do, and I love to educate and motivate and inspire a lot of people. And you know,
give me 1 second. Their email to set it up. But yeah, I mean, so in every single, like, why should I do premium? I'll tell you why. You get free website. This is with Mr. Yee special. So you get, normally it's $1,100 a month. You get 25% discount. You get the free website, which is normally $597, regardless of if you need it or not. So if you need, maybe you don't need it now. You don't need to convert a website, but maybe you open up another business later. Maybe your wife opens up another business. Maybe you need it for your son. Whatever. I don't care. You get it. 1 million words of content, normally $3,000. We give it away for free for all premium. Then we also give away 20 hours a month of virtual assistant services to use for anything you fucking want. So you're getting, $4,000 worth of stuff for $875.
Yeah, and you're getting a whole team. You're getting a lot more than what you think. So you know, it really adds up at the end of the day, and you take advantage of this because it's not a lot of people out there that can do what William does for you. And I'm
no, and it's tell people all the time, like, you know, if you want to go with one of the other guys, great, have fun. I will even still check up on you and see where you're at, and then tell them, say, like I had a guy said, I'm gonna still stick with old Lewis because he's out in Canada, and I told him, so that's fine. You may want to have him take this pornography link off your website, though.
What's the difference? What's the difference from Canada to the Philippines? What's the difference? You know what I mean?
They only, some people in this illusion, they only hire local. And I say, well, you may think you're only hiring local, but his entire team is from the Philippines.
I didn't know Canada was local. I didn't know Canada was part of the 50 states. You know, but I guess that.
I have people that are. I have very few, and the reason being why is because very few people will actually order. Generally from Canada, mainly because I don't have too many clients in Canada. And I tell people, to be honest, I brush Canadians the wrong way and they brush me the wrong way. I don't know why, but I've always had that kind of thing. But UK people, I get some of them. Australians, I get them. Australian, like the conversion, if I say $800 is like $1,200 or $1,300.
Yeah,
Canadians about the same. So generally, what winds up happening, if you are in Canada, and let's say, well, I don't want to spend $1,000 a month. Well, I'll actually discount it down because you're your conversion rate. No one does that crap. I go, well, oh, you're in Canada. Let me discount it a little bit for you because I know the conversion rate is higher.
And every time I go to
most people don't give a shit.
Every time I go to Hawaii, I see a bunch of Australians. You know, the favorite word, oi, 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 oi. You know what I mean? Oh, man, I love Australians. You know what I'm saying? It's both so friendly. But everybody's friendly.
And I mean, I'm fine with it. It's just, you know, there are certain, I've learned to accept the fact that certain folks, me and them will just not get along ever. Mainly because, you know,
it's part of life.
It's just life. I never.
You know what I mean?
You're not always going to please everybody. You know, some people will love you, and some people won't like you, and some people no matter what you do, my friend here, Jeff, is the one that told me, he said, just don't worry about these people. Just move on, stuff. And so I don't give a crap. And I've learned to, as he says, build castles, build your fortress with the stones that people try to throw at you. Because a lot of people in life, even my mentor tells me, is a lot of people in life are always going to do that. They're always going to try. If you're up front, I can guarantee you two things. The people behind you are behind you for a reason. All right. And number two, the other thing I guarantee you, you got a damn bullseye on you.
Yeah.
Because people don't really like in the top 3. Why would someone report your Google listing? Because they know there's only 3 spots and you're taking one up. That's why. It's not brain science. This is why. And then, like, why do people get mad and offended when someone else is making more money? Because they have a poverty mentality that they feel like someone's taking their client.
Well,
I am taking some people's clients, but I'm just saying.
In the beginning of this, I highly recommend to everybody out there, build a strong foundation. Like you said, build a strong foundation. So when they do throw stones at you, it doesn't affect you. It's not going to knock down your walls.
And find someone you can talk to. Like, so for instance, besides my mentor, I also talk to Mr. Yee. There's not too many people I talk to. My circle is fucking really small.
Sir.
Okay, because like if I tell you, be like, how many people can you trust? Be like, you see this little list right here?
See this little,
not that big, right? Not that big, because a lot of people will say they have your invested interest. Like him, I can tell you. I mean, it means a lot. It's like he could go, fuck you. Everybody's turning around and putting their back up on you, and then he goes, no, fuck all of y'all. There's a big difference.
Yeah,
and so for me, I just go, I understand.
I think loyalty. I think loyalty is so important in this world. And if you believe in something and you believe in the situation, stand strong on it. And don't be the one who's pointing a finger, or the one who's quick to block you or talk crap about you or cut you off in life. Because people come into your life either long term or very short term. And that's just it, I'm with the wifey.
100%.
I'm in the house with the wifey. That's my best friend, and that's my compadre. That's everything.
That's why I have people all the time. Why don't I do partnerships anymore? I've been burned to. I do collaborations. I will work with someone, but my only partner is my wife. And she has an invested interest.
Yeah, that's
I'll do, have one brand ambassador, Mr. Yee, and then I have people I will collab.
And I get people
my
call
mentor,
me.
I trust them.
That's
and people
honestly,
ask.
Honestly, this day you have to keep it real organized and small, because you let too many people in, it's too many chances of somebody backdooring you. It's too many chances of somebody, Judas you. And it's just it's the way the world is now. When somebody doesn't like you on top.
I give you an example. It's like I don't do a show with a certain individual, mainly because, let me put it this way, if in any relationship you get into and someone feels like they need to fix you, get out of the relationship.
Yep. Fact.
If they think they need to be the face, or you are this way and they could do this, and kind of just you calm down, Mr. You let me do my thing and me be the person. Then what's happening is, just like a woman, generally speaking, that person is 100% just like a woman that goes, I'm going to stay in this relationship even though I'm being abused and manipulated, because I think I can fix this person. You only need to stay in those type of relationships.
Sometimes people separate, and everything happens for a reason, and that's just it. And you know what I mean? Nothing personal. Just
There's what is it? What's his name? Medea. He says, why do people get divorced? He says because people try to turn short-term relationships into lifetime commitments.
Yeah.
I've learned that there are certain people in my life that I learned that a lot of people. I mean, tell people it's like the people that all screwed me over before. I learned so much from them. Thank God Almighty
Yeah, no
for them.
doubt. I've divorced.
I'm blessed and highly favored because
I've
of it.
divorced a lot of friendships and relationships. And, you know,
Yeah.
there's a reason why I'm not talking to certain individuals these days. There's a reason why you don't see me collaborating with certain individuals these days. There's a reason why you don't see certain shows anymore on YouTube these days, because we have went our own paths, and I had to learn a lot of lessons. And, you know, I believe in giving a lot, but sometimes I don't receive it back. And nobody owes you anything, but you know, it's kind of common courtesy. If someone helps you, you know, you help them back, and that's just it. And a lot of people don't know that. They're too busy, you know what I mean, having tunnel vision, and I don't got to do nothing. I don't got to do handle your business. You know what I mean? I'm not walking that path with you. I'm gonna go this way, and that's just it. You know,
Well, give me 1 second. I'll make.
you're so busy on computer webs over there. You know, that's just what you do.
Yeah, all these people, they're on the live and then they're messaging me and signing up, but the guy just literally signed up.
Hey, that's what we do this show. That's what we do this show for, is to help everybody else out there to see what we do and offer you guys these services that are affordable and, you know, more down to earth, because, you know, we're making it happen. It's just people are hating on the situation right now. People are talking crap about this situation, but the facts are facts. And we're signing, you know, we're having people join the team every day. Every day people are reaching out to us, joining the team, because it's a movement now. And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and junk removal is changing. You know what I mean? And like William says, it's not just junk removal. You know, you can reach out to William for any type of SEO, any type of situation you need. And, you know, William's, you know, offering so many things now, and he's learning himself with the Yelp situations, with these other situations he's got launching in the future. And, you know, Mr. Yee's going to be here.
And I know people's like, in what's his name, Jeff, I tell you, leaders are readers, and I constantly read. Like my mentor has me reading. I go through his success blueprint and his self and sales mastery and all that, and then I have constantly and I learn from other people. Then like when Mr. Yee told me about Yelp, I was like, not really. I don't mess with that. Why would I want to mess with it? And then I started Googling, looking up people's terms. Hold up, motherfucker. You know, these people keep showing up, Yelp. And how do they get? And then, it's ads. Okay, this is why I should do it. So like right now, I just started running Google ads. So I run Google ads specifically only for junk removal SEO. Okay, so I do that. I do that on Google right now. We've taken over basically all of Bing and Yahoo, and already started hitting Google on organic for everything related to junk removal SEO. I have a USA Today magazine article about to drop on USA Today, and then I have one on Forbes, and I got another one on Entrepreneur, and I got a bunch of them about to hit between now and October. So our clients, for example, don't know this, but they'll know it very soon. The ones that aren't in the 21 by 21 10-mile radius, because they're a service area based business. One good way of getting them there, give them a high domain name authority backlink on something called USA Today, and they'll damn well be there.
Yeah.
So I got 25 of them that will be on it pretty soon. Once that drops, I'll do a, if you will, live showing people. But always look at people as like, well, I don't want to pay for $1,000 backlink. You didn't have to. I didn't even tell you about it, because my thing is, and I had someone say, well, why would you do it? Because my name is on the block. Okay. My name. If I tell you I'm going to do something and get you in the top 3, and you fuck up or whatever, or something happens, it don't matter shit to me. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Yes, sir.
So my mama raised me that way. I'm from South, so man's word ain't no good, he ain't no
That's
good.
what that's that, and that's why you bring this content, William. And you know, what I mean, that's why so many people are jumping aboard because it's just more reliable, it's more reliable, and it's more just being honest and being there for the people and helping the people. And we don't force anybody to come on to this team. People make their choice to come on to this team, and we don't have people complaining, or there's no things out there. There's no kind of situations out there where you see people complaining. You see people making up stories for clickbait, and just trying to get you to funnel somewhere. But it's just
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, if you want to know anything, just ask me because I have the receipts on everything.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
um, you know, no matter what I say, you ask me what, who, and where, and I'll give you the receipts. You ask someone about me, they'll tell you what they think, and they will have zero receipts.
Zero. Well,
So,
it is what it is.
but that's the way most people. It's like if someone says you did a terrible job at junk removal, okay, well, prove it.
Mhm.
How? What do you mean I did a terrible job? Show me this information. Show me. Do you have any? Where I actually came out to your place? Did I actually come to your place, or are you just hating on me because you don't like me, because you're friends with somebody else? Stuff like that. So a lot of times that happens. No matter what you want to be, if you want to be successful, if you want to take over a niche, if you want to take over a city, it's going to happen every single
It's just a
time.
matter of time. It's going to happen.
It's the fee you must pay.
Uh-huh.
If you want success, you're going to have to deal with it. So, A team over here, what's up, Triple G? Love it.
Yes, sir. I see Triple G.
Yeah, I mean, just for example, Triple G, just for example, and we just switched him over to a new website,
Mhm.
right? New website, and I think he was on Duda prior to this, of course, because all the gurus say get on Duda, blah blah blah, and we took him off of that, and he just got we got him. He's over in Redlands. Matter of fact, I had to tell someone I can't take someone in your area because they wanted to be in Redlands.
Oh
By
yeah.
the way,
Oh yeah. You
and
snooze, you lose, and that's just it. You only got one chance, and that's it.
I got people that they well, can't you do it because there's 3 spots? It's like I can, but it's like I mean, y'all got to play nice and be nice about it and not get
No.
pissy because someone's not on number 3 and the next day you're number 2 and the next day someone else is number 1. And I know how people are in their damn dick wagging
Yeah.
egos. They get
It's not
pissed
going to
off
happen.
about
There's too
stuff.
many egos in junk removal, and that's just it.
So like Triple G is already ranked top 3 in a 7-mile radius for estate clean
Triple
outs.
G.
And we just switched it over, and he's already getting movement on mattress removal, furniture removal, junk removal. So it won't be long. As soon as the new websites hit, generally what happens is Google starts seeing all that content and they start rewarding you immediately. It only takes, like, even with Chris, when we did it with Chris, it only took probably a week, 2 weeks, and it went boom. So right after we did that, it depends. And if it doesn't, usually I can tell it's because you don't have a brand. And so that means a lot more work for us. This is why I said, give everybody a social media manager. That's why y'all need it, because get on board with a social media manager so you can have them editing your content, so you can have them posting your content, so you can be doing reels and shorts, posting them on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Yelp, everywhere. Right?
And that's why it's so important to reach out to Rank Fortress, because they help you even posting videos on your GMB. Because a lot of us, we see how hard it could be to post a video on GMB, an update on GMB with a video. Reach out to Rank Fortress; they'll definitely make it happen for you. And that's videos are also very good for your updates on GMB. People love to watch those videos too. I have a video on one of mine. I have a video. And there's so many things you could do with your GMB. There's so many things, products, updates. Gotta master it.
So tell me, are you selling stuff? If you're selling stuff, you can get in the e-commerce side. There's a bunch of different algorithms. It's not just organic and maps. You got organic, you got maps, you got LSA ads, you got Google ads, you got people also ask, people also search, images, shopping, videos, long form, short form, press, forums. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, and you're only concentrating on maps. It's like you're a one trick pony. I have a guy, he's for instance, I'll give you for instance. I messaged him, said you're not on page 1. Yeah, we are. Lewis has got us on page in the top 3 of maps. I said, you're correct. You're in the top 3 of maps, but you're not in organic anywhere. So tell him he needs to, get you in organic.
Yeah.
Start concentrating on organic. Yes, you dominate the maps. It's one of the few I've seen, but you're not in organic. Yeah. Not everybody uses maps. Be seen everywhere.
Yeah, there's so many people reach out to me daily through social media. I get contacts daily through social media. Daily. I get some of my videos have 4,000 or 5,000 views. And these are clients, future clients, not junk removal guys.
Yeah, so tell people sometimes you'll do a video and it will get a few hundred, and then other times you'll get 100,000. You never know what's going to take off. Sometimes it's controversial things you say. Sometimes it's the truth. Sometimes it may be something funny. Different people see it. They don't all know you. They've not all seen Mr. Yee. So why should you post every day? It's because every day you got new people looking at your profile. You got new opportunities every single day.
You got every day who people get back onto Meta and get back onto social media, and they just scroll. I haven't been on Facebook for 3 months. They get back on real quick, and boom, you popped up, and they might be like, hey, you know what? I got all this baby stuff in my garage I don't use anymore. Our baby's 5 years old now. I'm getting rid of all these toys because you popped in their algorithm. You popped in their area. Boom, they seen you. They seen the video. They seen you, and they trusted it. So they made that CTA. And that's just what it takes. You just never know. It's like, I'd rather fish with bait than without bait. I'd rather fish with bait than an empty hook and, trying to get a fish just on an empty hook. And, it's not happening. You know what I mean? I always got to check my bait, reel it up, throw new bait out there and make it happen. That's why I buy a lot of bait. It's like
I told you, my friend from Mexico, he, before, I love my dad, but he did not know how to fish. I'll put it that way. He's a typical guy that goes, okay, I know how to fish. He taught me how to fish, which was, we go to the bait store, we buy dead shrimp, we put dead shrimp on hooks, we put it in water, and fish bite it. No, some fish bite it. But for instance, my Mexican friend used to go out fishing with him all the time, Ernesto, and I loved just being around him. He was a pleasure to be around with. And we used to go fishing every weekend, and he now lives in South Florida. But he taught me we go use this bait for sheephead, use this bait for red drum, use this bait for black drum, use this bait for shrimp. Yeah, those dead shrimp are good for only really this type of fishing, and stuff. And then once I learned that, I started limiting out on, sheephead and black drum and red drum and all these different fish. And I love fishing. Before it was like, oh my God, am I going to catch something? I'm just here chilling, sitting in my seat, waiting on shit. And then when he taught me that, it's like, oh, you got to do this way, this pole and this bait and all that. And this hookup is for this type of thing. So the same way in SEO, it's like, if you're a one trick pony, you're only in maps, you're missing out on all these other algorithms. You're not being seen by all the potential clients, and you're losing out on it because you're listening to someone saying use only this one thing.
Yeah. You're keeping your eggs. You're keeping your eggs in one basket, and you got to have your eggs scattered everywhere. It's like the Easter bunny. The Easter bunny scatters their eggs everywhere, and then when it's time to do the Easter egg hunt, you got to go look for the eggs. They're everywhere. You got to put them in your basket. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I bring that up, but it just sounded the right time.
That's the way people are. A lot of times they have everything in one, they only do one thing, and that's it. They're just a one-trick pony. You got it, and if you want to survive in the future, you have to be a unicorn. There is such a thing as called being a marketing unicorn. Basically, you are known and seen everywhere, and you're good at all of
Yeah.
it. Or at least people think you
With-
are a lot of
And
times.
that's all it takes is people to think you are. People think you are, you'll get the job all the time. You'll get the it's just how they think of you. If they think of you as that person, you'll get the job all the time. It doesn't matter what you pulled up with. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. But if they think you're authentic and they think you're that unicorn, you'll always get the job. They don't care how you come up with a camel. And they're gonna be like, you sure you could put all that on that camel? Watch this. Watch this. And
Yeah, it's something one of my staff said, and it's so true. And I'm going to make a shirt about this. It says, "Ever notice that the loudest critics of you have forgotten that mirrors exist?"
Oh yeah. They forget a lot of mirrors. They some of them don't look in the mirrors anymore. That's why you know what I mean. They don't look in the mirrors anymore. And I look in the mirror every day, a couple times a day, and I really love what I see. And I really love where I'm at in life. And
That's the way I am too. And I have people that be like, how you feel about such and such and such and such. And so I feel amazing, bro. I'm blessed and highly favored. I don't know what y'all talking about. So I have people that literally had said, Williams this way and this way. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm on vacation on an island, bro.
You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? I haven't got no time for you people doing that stuff. I actually talk to business owners and help business owners and do stuff like that on a daily basis. And I train my team and I talk to my team, and I have an amazing wife and I have amazing grandkids and amazing family. So I ain't got time for, stupid crap. I don't even look at what it's like. I barely know what's going on in the news. Only reason I knew what happened with the Utah thing in the States was because of social media.
Yeah.
I don't even look at the news anymore.
I don't even pay attention to it because if I watch it for 1 second, it's going to be on my algorithm now. Now it's going to pop up all day. So I know what happened to the guy. I know the situation, but I stay out of politics. It's just you know what I mean? And it just shows you, even in 2025, there's still people doing hateful things like that. And that's just it. Racism, all these type of things are still here. They're still here.
Unfortunately, they are. That's one of the reasons I don't really watch
undercover. They're just undercover. That's why I say junk removal is changing so much. The face of junk removal is changing. It's so diverse now, and people are no longer in the shadows. They're leaving the shadows.
I can tell you, like right now, there's only like one or two. There's like one event, I think, for 1-800 Got Junk and maybe College Hunks and Junk Expo. But I can guarantee you, generally speaking, as the movement grows, there are going to be multiple. You watch. There'll be multiple events in the coming
the
years.
expos, because junk removal has become so much. Junk removal has become a big social marketing. And that's just it. A lot of people are making a lot of money fast, and they want to learn how to make more money. And what do I got to take? What does it take for me to scale my business? What does it take for me to grow my business? How do I do this? I know the organic. I've been taught. I watched all the videos. I've seen all this. I don't know computer. I don't know SEO. What does it take? A lot of people are starting to get with the program and say, hey, you do got to be everywhere. You do got to have this. If you want to scale your business, you got to be here with all the platforms, with all the right combination. It's like a pizza. The pizza ain't right until it has all the ingredients, and then it's beautiful. But you got anything else, William? You got anything else going on?
No, I got my grandkids here, so I haven't been able to go live. So they're leaving this weekend, and then once they leave, I'm gonna be starting to hit it hard next week. So I have all my thumbnails and different things. Like I said, I'm going to be going over. I have one, just for instance, and people are like, why are you going to do it? Is I have a client that was sent a report by one of the big guys, JRA, saying why their links are toxic and this and this and this and this. And I told him, said, well, number one, because people take advantage of business owners because they don't know how to find out if what they're saying is true or not. So I'm going to do the video to educate the people. And number one, if they're toxic, that was actually during when you were building the backlinks during that time period. Not me. Number two, and then go through each thing. Like, what do I look at when I'm looking at is toxic? They invented that term. Is it the platform? Is it actually Google? It ain't Google. Then what am I looking at? And say, if it was actually something was toxic, you wouldn't be ranking because Google would penalize you and do a manual penalty. The fact that Google hasn't means it's not toxic. So, but without that, we're going to get off here. I got a bunch of calls to do, and I know it's late where you're getting at, and you need to spend time with your wife. So I appreciate you, Mr. Yee.
Absolutely.
And, we'll see you guys next time.
We'll be back next week, and we'll get back to you guys. We'll be back all next week live too, so don't worry about it. We'll be going hard.
Yeah, and if you want us to cover a specific topic or something, just message Mr. Yee or myself during the week, and we'll cover it. We'll make sure, and you can ask him and have him ask me on the spot. I don't care.
And a lot of
we'll do it on the spot if you want.
A lot of you guys know, you guys ask me questions, and I get your question answered because I go straight to the source.
Yep.
And
that's the
ambassador.
Timo. Like, you wrote me and told me about Timo, and I was like, yeah, I'm already talking to him. And I already dealt with it. I said, heads are going to roll.
Timo, I made the call. Boom. You know what I'm saying? All right, my brother. Have a good night. Yes,
appreciate it. You guys be blessed.
We'll
have
talk
a great
in a
day.
minute. All right,
see you then. All right, bye-bye.
Oh. You there?
I have so many SEOs that hate me and say that I'm still in their methods. They bitching and cry, labeling me SEO Black Hat. Was a nobody, now I'm at the top. Most wanted, most loved, bad business owners, and hated by most SEO opponents. You think you're an SEO god, but you're an SEO fraud. Guess I'm the SEO devil, shouting fuck the SEO guys. White hat SEO doesn't make sense, going with the goody goodies. Up in heaven dressed in white, I like black Tims, I like black hoodies. Fake SEOs up there probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick licked. Hanging out with the goody two shoes, lounging in paradise, whole shit. Fuck that shit, I wanna use CT, y'all, and get some green geo grids. Homie, we get it, you think you